The Fire Emblem community has a pretty large need for some positive content right now, so I'm going to do my best to contribute to that. And today I just want to talk about art. Fire Emblem Heroes art. I feel like art is one of the aspects of Fire Emblem Heroes that we all enjoy, and it's probably like one of the most exciting parts of the game. It's just to see which character is going to be drawn by which artist and how their art style looks, and I just really love the art about this game. Starting off with one of my favorites, Neffany. Neffany's artist, which is Hakan, I think. Her art is just amazing. Like, this art makes me like Neffany, but I don't even know like anything about her. In fact, I feel like this art made me pull. It's like the reason why I pulled for the dancer Neffany on that like double heroes banner or whatever, like earlier, like this year. Yeah, her art is just amazing. Like, I just love how her hair looks. I love like the soft like colors. Her color palette is really pretty, and I feel like Neffany's art is easily one of the best in the whole game, and I will fight you on that. What else? Another art style or artist that I feel like is underrated is Akira. They're the ones that drew Olivia and Lanku. And the reason why I say this is because I remember a lot of people saying that they don't like, they drew Hector as well. I remember a lot of people saying that they didn't like that artist, but then later that artist just totally like glowed up their art when they drew Flying Olivia, and I feel like a lot of people were surprised by how awesome Flying Olivia's art looks. So it just goes to show that the artists themselves improve as well as the game has gone on, and I think that's really cool to see in a game. I'm not sure if the art for this game is like drawn like months or like years in advance, because like every time we see like new art for the game, it still says copyright 2017, so like I don't know when this art was made. I wish we got more knowledge about like how the process of them making alts and just art for this game in general works, but Nintendo Intelligent Systems, they don't really talk about their development for games like in general. But another example that I can think of this is the artist that drew Erika's art, Asatani Tomoyo, I think. Now, not that the original Erika's art is bad. Like, original Erika's art is also one of my favorites. Like, this artist in general, every single character this artist has drawn, I'm gonna like flash all of them on screen, is just like my favorite. Like, it's one of my favorite artists in this whole game. Easily like my top like 5 for sure. And not, yeah, so not to say that the original Erika's art was bad, like it's amazing, like just look at her. It's just that as we got more alts of Erika and Ephraim, because this artist also draws Ephraim, the new alts just look so much like better and prettier, and it's like amazing. It's like, how did this art even evolve into this? Like, although I kind of don't like this alt as a concept, I love the art for it. Erika, Mage Erika, like, I don't really like the concept of Mage Erika because I feel like it's just really weird how they just randomly made Erika a mage and we didn't get a character like Null. In fact, she has the tome that Null, like a lot of people like to give on Null, like the legendary dark tome. I forget what it's called, like Glipnir, whatever. So I don't like how this all even, I don't like that this all even exists, because I feel like we could have gotten a completely different character. And that's one of the problems that I have with Faye in general, is I feel like they always play it safe. Like, every banner, they always put a character that they know is like super popular. Like with that Zofia banner, that they just randomly put Katria on there. Like, why? Like, why do we need another Katria? I mean, Katria's cool. Like, I like Katria a lot. But it's just like they don't take risks enough. Anyway, this is about art. But yeah, this art is just amazing. Like, her hair. Look at her hair. Look at that. It's so pretty. Like, wow. Like, how I honestly am just amazed by how this artist has just improved. Oh, and Winter Ephraim, again, also by the same artist. Like, look at that. Wow. One of my favorite alts ever. Like, it's just amazing. Like, how did they do this? I like the damaged art of Ephraim the most. I think that one's probably my favorite out of all of the all the pictures for their Christmas Ephraim. I don't know, I just, something about it is really cool. I like the shading of like the far, like how like the far arm, like the far leg, like the one that's like away from the camera. I like how he's like completely facing from the side. We don't really get a lot of art that's like at this angle, so it's cool. Like it's amazing. Oh, and they drew Winter Erica too. So yeah, like, oh man, I love these two. I love Christmas. Like, it's my favorite holiday. So a lot of the Christmas alts are also my favorite, like Winter Erica. I like Nino. I like Nino's a lot. And I love Winter Solstice. That's a perfect example of Christmas alt. That's just like amazing. Like, so this is Christmas.
So this is Christmas.
Okay, not to like only be on Sacred Stones, but also another banger art, in my opinion, is Halloween Lore Shell. Like, I think it's not so much the art. I mean, the art is great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, every art I feel like in this game is like fantastic in its own way. But what really makes me like this alt is just the outfit. Like, it's so cool. Like, oh man, like such a great design. Like, I love the mad scientist lore shell. It just fits so perfectly. I love when alts are just perfect and they just fit the character perfectly. This is like an example of just a perfect combination of alts, or like a perfect combination of like character and like alt, like seasonal alt. Wada Shachiko is an artist that everybody likes. Like, this artist that drew the original art for like FE7 and I think FE8, just like the Game Boy Fire Emblem games, and like everybody loves them. like their art is just fantastic. But I think my favorite is definitely Luis. Brad Luis just looks great. I really like her art. I like how she's facing a different way. That's like something unique that we don't really see. And I just really like, again, this is another example of art that makes me like the character, like even though I don't really care for the character, if that makes sense. Like like playing FE7, like Luis was just like there. I was just like, okay, like she's a bow girl, like whatever. But then this alt came out and it was like a free alt, and it's one of my favorites. Like, it's just so amazing how art does that. Oh, Ipe. I don't know if that's how I say his name. I'm so sorry. So at a Ipe, I just say Ipe. I think it's a guy. I don't know if it's a guy actually. I'm just gonna say them because I don't know. Their art is fantastic. My favorite example is Dorcas. Cause their art is just so unique. There's nothing like their art, and they typically draw like masculine, like big dude characters. So I'm really hoping that Benny from Fire Emblem Fates gets drawn by this artist. In fact, I think on their Twitter, they drew Benny before, and so I remember hearing people like predicting that Benny was going to be added to the game soon and drawn by the same artist, because that artist drew this the same artist that drew Trevant and Walhart, I think, and he posted on Twitter like all these characters that he's drawn in Fire Emblem Heroes, and then he also had Benny there, and so a lot of people were like, oh, is Benny going to be added soon? Is he going to be drawn by Ipe? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that's the case. Like, I really, really hope that's the case, because that's like the perfect artist to fit a character like Benny. Oh, and Halloween Dorcas. Yeah, that's a really good alt. Love it. Minotaur, it's perfect. And again, and especially the Halloween alts, I really wonder like how these alts are made. Like, does the artist themselves like just come up with whatever they think fits the character, or like are they told by like intelligent systems like, hey, we want all of this character, we want them to look like this, go for it? Like, I don't know. We don't know. Please tell us, intelligent systems. Like, tell us how you make your art. Oh, also, Fallen Julia. I love her art. I just love her pose, how sinister she looks. Like, that smirk, kind of, like, head tilted, possessed look. It's so awesome. Like, I don't have Fallen Julia, but I really like her art. And I've always been more of a fan of Deirdre, like her mom. Like, I really like Deirdre's art as well. I wish Deirdre would get an alt, and I would actually pull for her. I don't know anything about Deirdre. I just think she's really pretty, and I just want to get more alts of her, or like an alt of her, and I would summon for her, even though I don't know anything about her. Okay, this alt hasn't even come out yet, but Resplendent Robin, whoo, man, that is some clean art. or like clean design. I feel like part of like it's a combination of like design of the outfit and art is what makes me like the art for certain characters, if that makes sense. But yeah, that one, oh man, I cannot wait for that to come into the game. Oh, the artist that drew Lysithea and Fallen, whoa, Bridal Ninian, that artist is also really good. Like, I love their art. I think they've also drawn Fallen Tiki. I don't really like, or not Fallen, God, Legendary Tiki. Although, I don't know why, I don't really like their Legendary Tiki as much. Like, I don't know, but their Lysithea and Ninian pieces are just fantastic. Like, I just love how soft this art looks. Like, I don't know what about the art makes it look so soft. Like, I don't know if it's like the colors that this artist uses or just like the line work. I think it's also like the lines. Like looking at Lysithea, she has like really thin lines in her hair, and I think that also contributes to like how like soft looking the art looks. I really hope this artist draws more characters in the future. Lastly, I want to talk about my favorite art in the whole game. This character is my favorite character just to look at. They just have my favorite art in the whole game. And let me know what character has your favorite art in the comments. But for me, it's Lean. Like, if you've talked to me, you know that Lean has my favorite art in the whole game. Like, she's just so pretty. Like, that's all I can really say. Is like, wow. Like, I love how consistent it looks. I don't really know if consistent's the right word, but like, every single pose looks so good and looks so well drawn. Like, I also like the dancer like aesthetic, like for like in RPGs, I guess. I like how her, I don't know what that is, like the fabric, what do you call that? The scarf, I guess, kind of wraps around the sword. It's so interesting to me. Like, she has my favorite art in the whole game. I have a Lean that's like +1. I could have easily like +4, +5 Lean, because I remember when I was trying to get Gray, I summoned like a million Leans instead of Gray because they were on the same stupid Sword Valor banner, and I wanted Gray so bad because at every banner that Gray was on, I tried to summon for him and I never got him, and it made me so sad. But this video is about art anyway. Yeah, so her art is just fantastic. Like, wow. I think her special art is really cool too. I like how her special art isn't super flashy too. I mean, they just added like a little amount of effects and things like that, like, but it looks nice. And I think because the pose itself is already so complicated, like there's a lot of color and like a lot of space being filled up, so I think the artist didn't really even need to put in that much like crazy like effects around the art. Like, it looks great, and I like how she smiles during it. So yeah, let me know what art you guys really like. I could easily do a part 2 of this video. I definitely didn't talk about every single art piece from this game that I really like. So let me know. I really want to read all of you guys's like what you guys really like. What artists or characters or specific art you really like, or tell me some art that you don't like too. I think that'd be an interesting discussion. I know a lot of people have takes on art that they don't like as well. Oh, wait, I have to end it with Lissa. Christmas Lissa. Amazing. Fantastic. Wonderful. Just powerful. Like, look at that. Like, perfect. Like, again, an example of a perfect alt for a perfect, like, season. Like, Lissa, Christmas, her dress, like, it just fits so perfectly. Like, I love it when it makes sense. Like, when I think, like, yes, this character totally deserves to be, like, an ult for this season. Again, let me know which characters have your favorite art. Who's your favorite artist for Fire Emblem Heroes? What characters do you want to see added to the game, drawn by certain artists? And, yeah, I do read every comment. So I will read all of your comments. And I will leave a heart if I've read your comment. Alright, this video is really long. I gotta cut this down. Anyway, see you guys later. Hopefully I can make more videos. Have a good day. Oh, and I really like Arvis's art too, and just his voice and everything about him. Give us an Arvis alt, please.